And in this video we're going to be looking at 3 different fish health products that you're supposed to put in your pond, and they're supposed to make your fish healthier, more colourful, aid with the fish digestion, and improve the water clarity and quality. That's what it says on the tin. So I've had these products for a few weeks now, and I've been trying them and going through the motions of whatever it says on the tin, using them after water changes, using them after parasite issues, which, as some of you are aware, had quite an issue this year. So I think they've come in quite handy. But today we're going to look at the results of what I can see is, are they essential to put in your pond and your filter system? Are they like desirable? Or is it just placebo? Can I actually see results from me putting these products? Because the 3 products I have today, you know, there's quite a lot of money's worth. There's nearly £70 worth of products here. So, you know, I don't get paid for testing these products and showing the results. So for me, it's just a product I'm using, and I'm telling you how I got on with it. You know, it's like on KoiPondLifestyle, I like to question things. Okay, we've got this product, but does it work? But do I actually see results? Do I physically see results from it? Or do I go, well, it must be doing the fish good because they're eating really well, or it must be doing the fish good because they're swimming around, they're not dead? So, KoiPondLifestyle, let's do some testing and we'll go from there. I also need some of your feedback on if any of you out there have had problems with blanket weed this year. Oh my god, that blanket weed, I just can't get rid of the damn stuff. I've literally this is my 3rd or 4th dosing of blanket weed now, and a murky pond all the time, literally. I'm hoping I still have fish in there, because I ain't seen them for weeks now, because I'm trying to deal with blanket weed and it just keeps coming back. Right, so let's have a look at the first product, which is this. The Kactoily Plus Fresh PSB. Now, I was recommended this on the pretense that if I was having issues with high ammonia, say for example I was doing a lot of feeding and I had a sudden spike in ammonia, that if I applied this, it would give the filters a boost to help to reduce the ammonia and nitrite in the filter system. You basically just add it straight into your filter system, keep your UV off for 24 hours while it makes its way through the system and settles itself in, and then a couple of days later your ammonias should have dropped off, even though you're still feeding what you were feeding. So I tried this, and yeah, it was pretty good. I was quite impressed with how it kind of handled the ammonia levels. Not brilliant. I'm not saying it'll cure your ammonia levels, but not as drastic as I'd do if I didn't have this. This helps. It doesn't cure, it helps. So I tell you what, it stinks. I'm not going to take the top off to demonstrate. It stinks. It's like really bad eggs. You're supposed to keep it in a well-lit area so the bacteria stays alive. You've got to keep it frost-free, and so on and so forth. So yeah, for me, if Living PSB does that, then yes, I'm impressed. Now, however, it says on the tin for superior water quality. So okay, if we're talking quality as in like low nitrite and low ammonia levels, then, or helping with that, then I'll say yes, it does. Water quality as in like clarity, no, I didn't see any improvement with that. I basically saw improvement with the ammonia levels dropping off after I'd used it. So for me, yeah, if you have issues with spiking ammonia, and rather than doing massive water changes, which in this area isn't brilliant, doing big water changes, because the chlorine and chloramine in our water in Stoke-on-Trent is just ridiculous at the moment. I need to really get onto the water company to find out what the hell they're doing, because it's getting worse rather than better. But anyway, another video. So yeah, so Fresh PSB to help me in my pond, in my filter system, with my ammonia spikes, should I have them. Yes, I also been putting this in if I do a filter clean, where I do quite a big filter clean. I do sort of once a month. I get into the jack matting. The rest of the time I'm basically just clearing the vortex and the first brushes bay. I don't put it in for that. But if I do quite a large, where I'm washing filters through with pond water, then yeah, I'll put this in, and it seems to help. So this, yeah, if it went up in price, would I use it? Probably not. I think I was getting this at 25 quid. I can't remember what the price was. So different areas, most people sell it. Most dealers sell it. So I would say, yeah, if you're dealing with that, but water quality, as in clarity, no, it doesn't do anything like that. But it does help with the ammonia. Bacto Plus. Now I saw this. I went down to Danny's Koi, great little shop. Leave a link to Danny's Koi shop. Brilliant guy. He's got loads of koi on sale. He's got a little shop now in his back garden. Really, really good, nice little setup. So I'll leave the link if you're interested in going to see Danny. I would recommend going to see that guy. Knows loads about fish as well. Anyway, I was down. I picked up some fluke treatment from him, and we were talking about additives and things you can put in your pond. And he said, "Have you tried Bacto Plus yet?" I said, "No idea. What is it?" So we had a look at the tin, and he says, "Yeah, well, I've used it. It's, you know, it's probiotics. You spray it on you put it in with your food, or you just put it in the pond, and it helps with, you know, the gut. It helps with general fish health, and so on and so forth. It says value for money, biological, and fast." So I'm about this far down the tin now. I've used about sort of 2/3 of this tub, putting it in as recommended. The first using 50 millilitres per 1,000, and then you do then top-ups of 25 ml per 1,000 litres of water. And I don't know, there's nothing really that I can say. I can see a result. I can see what the product's done in my pond, in my filters. I have no idea. You know, it was a good little test, because and this stuff, this isn't like the other stuff I've just shown you. This smells like yeast. Weird. So it smells like yeast. Has it benefited my pond? I have no idea. At 20 quid a bottle, and you put it in, you know, on whatever it says on the back of the tin. It says for lacto health and moments when pathogens can attack your fish. So I don't know. This one, I don't know. Again, you know, if you've used it and you've got a better explanation than I have, and you've physically seen benefits to your fish with this stuff, then great. You know, I had it because I thought my fish were feeling a bit down after all the treatments I've been putting in for parasites. And Danny said, "Well, try this. You know, I've heard people use it before, and you know, nobody's knocked it. So you know, it's like a KoiPondLifestyle. Can't knock it till we tried it." And I've tried it. I can't knock it because I don't know. I don't know what the results are, because I haven't physically seen my fish going, we feel so much better now. This is great. I don't even know why I said that. So Bacto Plus, no idea. Go and spend 20 quid on it, stick it in your pond, make your own mind up. But for me, I wouldn't, because I haven't physically seen any advantage or disadvantage with using this. I put it in and I go, I don't know what it's doing to the fish. Not a clue. So don't know. So this one, no idea. Maybe placebo, don't know. Comment below. And the last one, Fish Protect. Again, recommended to me from people that use this in their pond and have used it and rely on it. I was recommended this on the pretense because I was doing lots of treatments in my pond this year with them blooming parasites I've had. I really hope next season's a better season, because this has really tested patience. And they said, yeah, just try a bit of this. Well, I asked them, to be honest, and I said, what do you reckon to that? And they were, yeah. I put it in every time I'm having or finished with a treatment, because it helps with the mucus layer, it helps with this, that and the other, it removes chlorine and so on and so forth. So I looked at this and it says removes chlorine, so it must have sodium thiosulfate in it or something, but it doesn't say on the tin what it's got in. It just tells you the dosage, when to put it in. It helps with toxic pollution, will remove from the water, and the quality and the clarity will improve. Right, I saw no improvement in clarity when using this, not one iota of clarity in the pond. Didn't see anything. It did help with moving chlorine, but again, a big bag of sodium thiosulfate will help that, and this is like 15 quid. You can get a big bag of sodium thiosulfate and that'll last you a lifetime for 12 quid. But anyway, protects fish, maybe. Restores condition, maybe. Removes pollution. I don't know how I'm going to test for that, so I don't know. And this one bottle treats 20,000 litres. So of everything it says on the tin, the only thing that I could actually prove and test was the chlorine bit. And yes, the chlorine, when I was doing water changes, I was putting a bit of this in as a recommended dose, 50 mils per 1,000 litres of water, and the chlorine level my chlorine is not too bad going through my dechlorinator. So I didn't really see much change, so I can't guarantee that, but it seemed to manage chlorine. Protecting the fish, no idea, can't test for that, so don't know. We'll have to just go for what it says in the tin. Removes pollution, again, and water clarity, I saw no increase in water clarity. So for me, for this, I don't know, because again, I can't physically see the results. So I don't know, would I buy it again at 15 quid a bottle? I'd think twice. You know, I'd have to talk to others again and see that. And again, you know, please, if I'm opening cans of worms here, this is great, because we need to open cans of worms when people are selling you stuff, and I don't know why you're buying it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, this might be worth the earth, worth the salt of the earth, but I couldn't test. The only thing I tested for was chlorine. The rest of it, you know, the fish weren't running around going, yeah, I'm dead happy now, and I don't know. So I don't know. I can't. For me, this helped with the chlorine, but so does sodium thiosulfate. Does it help with anything else? Did I see any improvements in the fish after I give it a tin? Again, I can't test for that. He looked happy enough before I put it in, so when I put it in, it was great afterwards. So again, I don't know. Right, so there we go. Of these 3 products, that I still have some left, my conclusion is I haven't seen any major benefits from buying these. And you've got what? You've got 20 quid, 15 pounds, and I think it was 22, so 2, 4, 6. You got nearly 70 pounds worth of products there. That, was it worth 70 pounds? I don't think so. However, hang on, before you start jumping down the TV, the set at me, because don't forget, can't knock it till you've tried it, and I have tried it. What I am going to do is, I've still got some of this product left, so I'm not going to use any more of this now, because my pond has been quite a challenge this year to try to keep on top of everything. Water clarity, parasites, oh my god, you name it, and it's been thrown at me this year. So I'm going to, whatever products are left here, I'm going to wait till next year. Now I'm going to store these away, as it says on the packet. I'm going to store these away quite nicely, and then I'm going to do it again next year. Hopefully, with everything crossed, like that, with a better pond, better water clarity, better fish health, and so on and so forth. So I'm going to do this again next year. But if any of you have done these products and you have a completely different feeling than I do, or you've seen results that I haven't seen, comment below, because we all need to learn that, you know, it's an expensive hobby. Koi keeping is an expensive hobby. That's what it is. You try to buy a filter system, you build your pond, you put the expensive fish in it, you've got to look after them. You've heard the word koi tax. You know, with a lot of stuff that we buy, it's a picture of a koi and you're paying more than you go down your local shop and get it for whatever. So I'm just looking at what money we're spending. When do we really have to spend that money? You know, are we just buying a placebo there that just makes us feel better, rather than is it making the fish feel better? If it benefits the fish, I'm all for it. Spend your money, it's well spent. With these, you've seen my thoughts on the 3 products there. So I will continue to use these until they're all gone. I've spent this money now, so they're going to go away in storage, and I'm going to try them next year. So that's a video for next year. Blanket weed. What a pain in the bum that's been this year. Still around my pond, if it's not been one thing, it's been another. And I'm just doing a lot of tail chasing. And at one point I was actually questioning myself and what I was doing with the pond in the future. You know, can I really be asked to keep doing this? Because just going round and round in circles. But you know, every day's a school day, and you know, you live and learn. You can't knock things until you've tried them. So I've kind of stuck with it. And after we got after the parasite thing, the blanket weed started coming back. So, you know, we're back here again. Now, my go-to has always been cloverleaf blanket answer. However, this year I've just literally finished the tub. That's why I've not done something different. I've just finished the tub because I didn't want to go start buying more at another 20, 30 quid, whatever these treatments are, for that not to work. So I might need your help on this. I might need you to comment below and what you use, or what you've used forever and you rely on, or whatever. Whereas I've always relied on this. This has always been my go-to, apart from this year, when for whatever reasons, you know, blanket weed just won't go away. Checked my nitrate levels, pretty standard really. There's no high nitrate levels that I can see. So, you know, obviously, wow, the sun's out, which is unusual for England because it's usually raining, but the sun's always has been out. I know a lot of you will be commenting on how I cover my pond. You know, buy yourself a pergola, get it covered, stop the sunlight going into your pond, and then you might stand a chance. Yeah, you're probably right, but I haven't, and I've no intentions of building a structure up and around my pond, because that's not how I wanted the pond. Hence why I've got this rather large umbrella that I use on sunny days like I've got today, which covers sort of 50% of the pond for half the day, 80-90% of the pond for the rest of the day. You know, sun comes around this way, and that does its job pretty good. But it's still coming back, and nitrate levels have been pretty standard. They've not been high. Okay, I had a couple of highs a couple of months back when I just wasn't keeping an eye on the water because I was so busy dealing with parasites. So yeah, blanket weed. This is the last treatment of cloverleaf that I'm putting in, and now the tin's empty. You know, if this come back, then I'm open to suggestions. Comment below on what you use and what you would recommend, and I'll try something else. But at the moment, I'm not going to buy any more cloverleaf blanket answer until. I'm not saying this is a bad product. I've always relied on this, and it's always done pretty good for me. So if you are looking for a product, it might work in your pond better than it's worked in mine. For years I've been using this, and it's always worked. But for whatever reason, it won't go away this time. I mean, and also comment below if you're having the same problems, if you're finding that your blanket weed's sticking around longer than it usually does, because that's just what it is in mine. So this last dose treatment has been in, well, put it in today basically, and I'm hoping, you know, sometimes this stuff can take a couple of weeks to work. You know, people think it's just a herbicide that attacks vegetation and kills it. A lot of the time you get like a black surface of dead algae around the outside of your pond, or the walls of your pond, which I wouldn't recommend taking off. Oh my god, I did that once. I'll post a video somewhere up here at the end, and look at the disaster that was, me trying to get this it's like a slime coat of dead algae that's on the side of the pond, and now I just leave it there. The fish nibble it off, and I take it out the pond as and when it arrives in there. But something else as well that I've always pointed out when I'm dealing with this stuff is, whenever if you dump your wastewater, or you got some lovely nitrate in your pond, is don't chuck the water on your grass or on your pond, because it's got this herbicide in it that will kill your grass and whatever. So for weeks and weeks I haven't been feeding the garden. It's been raining, so I don't need to. But yeah, if it wouldn't, then I wouldn't be feeding my garden with the nitrate covered water, or whatever you want to call it, because it's got this herbicide in it, which is blanket weed answer stuff. So yeah, comment below if you've got any other products that you would suggest that you rely on, because I just can't seem to get rid of this year. So thanks very much for watching. If you've enjoyed the video, please subscribe, share, ding the bell for notifications, and press that like, because that means all of it, the algorithm stuff, you know all about that. Thanks very much for watching. KoiPondLifestyle.